Hey everyone, Kevin here. Today we are going to take a first look at how to use the new and also free RØDE Connect software. So what is RØDE Connect and what can it do for you? Well, it helps make podcasting and streaming a lot easier. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's pretend that I'm pulling together a podcast. I'm a host of the podcast, maybe I have a co-host, and I have some on-site guests. Then I'd also like to include a music bed or some background music as part of my podcast. And maybe I have a remote caller who wants to dial in, and we'll include them on the podcast as well. With RØDE Connect, it'll connect all of these different sources into just one production. It makes it really easy to pull this off. We're going to walk through step by step how you can do it as well. Now, I did say it's free software, but there is one caveat. For the best experience, you need to use the Rode NT USB mini microphone. This is a budget microphone that runs for about $100 a piece. But I'm also going to show you how you could use the software with other microphones as well. All right, let's jump on the PC. And first off, I'll show you how you can get RØDE Connect. To get the free RØDE Connect software, head to the following website. I've also included a link in the description down below. Once you land on this site, you definitely won't miss it. There's a very prominent download now button right here. You can click on this and then you can install it on either Windows or on Mac. Go ahead and run through that process. Once you finish installing RØDE Connect, launch the application. Once you launch it, you'll land on a screen that looks like this. And before we can use RØDE Connect, first we need to configure all of the different microphones that we want to use with this app. With RØDE Connect, you can connect up to 4 different microphones. So right up here, I see slots 1 through 4. And down below, I see all of my available microphones. And right now, I have 3 different NT USB mini microphones connected to my computer. And earlier I mentioned you can use this with other microphones as well, but we're not going to add those other microphones here. I'll show you how you can do that later. For now, this setup screen is exclusively for the NT USB Mini. So here I have 3 different microphones hooked up, and I'll drag each one to one of these microphone slots. Here I'll drag it up so I use up the first 3 slots. One thing that's really neat is as I'm hooking up 3 microphones, you might lose track of, well, which microphone is which. Here I can simply click on the microphone and then the mini microphone will light up telling me which one is which. Also down below, you see these colors. There's magenta, green, blue, and also orange. What's neat is RØDE has included accessories for the microphone where you can place a color on your microphone. So it's just a visual way to connect which number here corresponds to which physical microphone. Once you're done placing your microphones in here, let's click on Next. On the next screen, we can add virtual channels to RØDE Connect. Down below, I have 2 available virtual channels. I'll drag them up into these 2 slots. Over on the left, we have one called System Audio. And the easiest way to think of this is any sound that plays on your system. So whether you play, let's say, music or Spotify or iTunes, maybe you're playing music in a web browser, all of that will come through as System Audio. Then you also have something called Virtual Device. Let's say that maybe you're on a Zoom call or a Microsoft Teams call and you want the participant from the call to be part of your podcast, or you want their voice to come into RØDE Connect. You can set that up as a virtual device. I'm going to add both of these in here, and then once you're done with that, let's click on Finish. This now drops us into the main RØDE Connect interface, and at first glance, it might look a little bit intimidating. There's a lot here on this screen, but actually it's pretty intuitive, and we'll walk through exactly what you can do here. And over on the left-hand side, you'll see these are the 3 microphones that I just added. So I could see them here. And then here's the system sound and also the virtual device that I added. So we see all of our sources right here on this screen. To get started, let's first focus over on the left-hand side where I have all of the microphones. And here I have my 3 microphones that I hooked up. Right up at the top, I could see the number and the color identifying which microphone is which. Also, right down below, I can see the levels for the microphone. Now, with sound, ideally, you want to land right within this bracket area. This is considered the ideal audio level. You don't want to go too high. If you go too high, your audio clips off. And if you're too low, well, you just won't be able to hear it that well. So this is the ideal range to be in. If, for whatever reason, your voice isn't landing within this space, you can use this slider to increase the volume, or you could use it to decrease it. You could adjust the levels so every single microphone falls right within the optimum range. Once you finish configuring your levels down below, you also have the ability to toggle on and off mute for a specific microphone. Maybe you have a guest who's just not as concise as you'd like them to be. Well, if they keep going on and on, you could simply mute them and then carry the conversation forward. When you're hosting a podcast, you want to make sure that both you and all of your guests sound as good as possible. And RØDE Connect includes some pretty nice tools to make that happen. If you go up above and you click on this microphone icon, this will expose some advanced controls. Within the advanced controls, here again, I can see my levels, and I want to make sure that I land right within this green range. And over here, I can adjust it. If I'm too low, I could boost it a little bit, or maybe if I'm too high, here I can lower it. This gives me a little bit more fine control compared to the slider that I see over here. And down below, this is where I now have access to some pretty advanced controls. I have something called a noise gate, and I can toggle that on or off. A noise gate helps reduce any background noise in my audio signal. So let's say that maybe I have an air conditioner on in the background, or maybe my computer fan is really loud. I can toggle on the noise gate, and that'll eliminate all of that background noise. Down below, I also have something called a compressor, and this will help my voice sound a little bit more balanced and consistent. So as I'm speaking, maybe there are certain words that I emphasize where it's a little bit louder, and maybe in other parts, maybe I decide to whisper a little bit. With a compressor, it'll bring those together so they're tighter, and it just results in a better and more consistent sound. And down below, there are some additional effects or Aphex effects made by RØDE. One of them is called the exciter, and the other one is called the big bottom. The exciter looks at the frequencies of your voice, and it takes those higher frequencies and it introduces more harmonics to it. So it gives a little bit more shine or sparkle to your voice. With the big bottom, on the other hand, this is looking at the lower frequencies in your voice, and it adds a little bit more richness and depth. So those are two options that you can use to enhance the way your voice sounds. Now that we've looked at how the microphones work, let's shift our focus over here on the right-hand side where we have the different virtual audio sources. And first, we have system sound. So once again, this is any sound playing on your computer. It could be the sound from a game or a music player. Here, for example, I have a music player open, and when I click on play, here you'll now see the levels showing up for this music source. Just like I could do with the microphone, I could increase the levels if I want it to be louder, or maybe I just want it to be background music, in which case I could lower the levels so it doesn't overwhelm the speaking over here from the microphones. With the sound too, just like we could do with the microphones, I can mute the sound or I could turn the sound back on. If I go up above and I click on this icon, here I can configure the specific levels for the sound source. Here I could also see the levels up above. Lastly, you can also input audio from something like Microsoft Teams or Zoom or Cisco WebEx using the virtual device over here. So how do we set this up so we start getting sound? Well, let's jump over to Zoom as a quick example. Here now, I'm in a Zoom meeting, and to configure this to work with RØDE Connect, here I'll hover over so I see all of my controls on the bottom of the screen. Over here, I can click on this caret icon next to the microphone to access all of my different audio controls. Up above, I can select a microphone that I want everyone in Zoom to hear. Right here, there's an option for stream input. What this means is all of the different audio sources from RØDE Connect will be fed into Zoom. So here, if I want the Zoom participant to hear every single microphone that I have connected, I'll select this one called stream input. Also down below, I can select a speaker. So this way sound from Zoom will be sent into RØDE Connect. And right here, there's the option for virtual output RØDE Connect. So select this option. Back now within RØDE Connect, here I can verify that the audio from Zoom is successfully coming into RØDE Connect. And here too, I have all the same controls that I have with my microphones and the system sound. Here I could adjust the levels. Maybe they're too quiet and I want to raise it, or maybe they're too loud and I want to reduce it a little bit. Here too, I could also click on the icon, and here I have more fine controls over my levels. Now that we have all of the different audio sources configured, before we start recording, I want to show a few additional settings that you have. Up here in the top right-hand corner, there's an ellipsis. Let's click on that and then go down to Preferences. This opens up Preferences, and there are just a few that I want to call out. Up at the very top, you can choose how you want to monitor your sound. So let's say you have headphones on and you want to hear what the whole production sounds like. You can choose your device right here. Also, under Monitor Mix, you can decide whether you want to include or exclude your microphone. Now, I don't know about you, but when I'm talking, and let's say I'm also monitoring what I'm recording, I don't like hearing myself talk as I'm recording, in which case I would choose microphone excluded. But if you want to include the microphone, maybe someone else is monitoring, you can choose included. And underneath that, you also have the option for recording. You can either go with stereo or multi-channel. So what's the difference? Well, with stereo, it takes all of your different audio sources and it combines it all into one file. Alternatively, you can get the combined file along with individual files for each one of your different audio sources. So once again, you'll get a combined file, and then you'll get a separate file for microphone 1, microphone 2, 3, system, and virtual, and then you can mix them together on your own. So it gives you a little bit more control after the fact to tweak and fine-tune your podcast or your stream. For this, I'm going to select multi-channel. Those are all the preferences I wanted to look at. Let's go up and click on the X. Now that everything is configured and we have all of these different audio sources coming together, we are ready to record. And right up in the top left-hand corner, there's this massive record button. We can click on that and that kicks off the recording. Here you see I'm a few seconds in. Let's say I'm hosting a podcast and someone makes a really interesting point. I can drop a flag, and maybe someone makes another interesting point. I can drop another flag. Once I'm all done recording, I'll come over here and click on record. This has now stopped my recording, and over on the left-hand side, I can click on this icon right here to review all of my recordings. Here's the recording that I just wrapped up, and here I can see the sound waves that correspond with my recording. If I click on this icon, I could jump to the first flag, and here if I click it again, I can jump to the second flag. So here I can see the entire recording. Within this view, I can also click on the play icon if I want to listen to my recording. This is just a quick and easy way to hear what everything sounds like. Once you're ready to export your audio, down here you can select your recording, click on this icon. Here you can give it a name, a color, and then you can export it to your platform of choice. If you choose custom, you can define all of these different controls, whether it's a WAV, MP3, what the quality level is. Or let's say you want to upload to Spotify or iTunes or some other service, you can choose that and it'll automatically identify the optimal settings. Once you're ready to export, you can click on export, or maybe things didn't turn out the way you planned, in which case you can simply click on delete. Once you've finished recording on your computer in File Explorer, RØDE Connect will create a folder with all of the different files that it recorded. Here I'll click into my most recent recording. Right here, I have a file called Stereo Mix, and this takes all of the different microphones, the system sound, and the virtual device, and it combines them all into one file. But I selected multi-channel, so here again, you see that I have separate recordings for each one of my microphones, and then I also have a separate recording for the system sound and the virtual device. So here I could bring that into a program like Audacity, and then I could mix the audio on my own. Here, for example, I'm in Audacity, and if you want to learn more about Audacity, I've included a link in the description that'll give you a full tutorial of how you can use this software. But here I can see every microphone is an independent track, also my system sound and the virtual device. So I could come through here, I could adjust levels, I could cut out different portions, but I now have full control over editing my podcast. Now, you might be wondering, well, what if I don't have an NT USB Mini? Or what if I have an NT USB Mini, but I also have another microphone? How can I hook up other microphones to RØDE Connect? To be able to pull this off, we need to get a piece of free software. Let's jump over to our browser. Within your web browser, head to the following website. I've also included a link in the description down below. This program is called Voicemeeter. There's another one called Banana or Potato. The main difference is, well, with Voicemeeter, you can connect up to 2 devices and then output it. With Banana, you get even more, you get 3, and then with Potato, you get all the way up to 5. So in a sense, you can bring 5 microphones into RØDE Connect using this software. Now, depending on how many microphones you want to bring in, choose the appropriate bit of software and then run through the download and install process. Now, this software is free, but if you enjoy using it, they recommend donating money to support the development of these apps. Once you're done installing Voicemeeter, open up the application, and there's also a lot of functionality here, and we're not going to run through all of this. I just want to show you how you can get another microphone or 2 into RØDE Connect. Over on the left-hand side, we have 2 different inputs. Here in this drop-down list, you can choose an additional microphone that you want to bring into RØDE Connect. Let's say you want to bring in 2 microphones. You can also select another microphone over here that you want to bring in. Then over on the far right-hand side, you can choose your output. And here when you select this drop-down, here you can either choose system output or virtual output, and that'll send it through to RØDE Connect. Now that I have the microphone selected and I see that the output is coming through, let's jump back into RØDE Connect. Back now within RØDE Connect, I have my other microphone that's not an NT USB mini, and I see it coming through as a virtual device. Now, once again, I mentioned you could either send it in as system sound or as a virtual device. So I could use either one of these as an input. And now with Voicemeeter, I can bring in 2 microphones, and with Banana and some of the other variations, I can bring in up to 5 different microphones. The only downside though is if I bring in multiple microphones on this virtual device, it'll merge all of them into one track if I select multiple tracks. But if that doesn't matter to you, this should work just fine. We've now looked at all of the core capabilities of RØDE Connect. But what if you want to take your output and you want to live stream? Maybe you want to go on YouTube, maybe you want to go on Facebook Live. You can very easily do that. Now, I love the software OBS. If you've never heard of OBS before, you can use it for streaming or screen recording, and it does a fantastic job. Luckily, you can take all of the audio output from RØDE Connect and you can bring it into OBS as an audio source. If you want to learn more about OBS, I've included a link in the description. Right down here, I see my microphone in OBS. I can click on this settings gear and then go down to properties. Within properties, I can choose the device that I want to use. And at the very bottom, there's an option called Stream Input. This will take everything from RØDE Connect and it'll bring it together here for my stream. So here I'll select this, click on OK, and then here all of my system sound, all of my different microphones, my virtual device, all of them get combined into this input source. Once I'm ready to record or stream, I can click on Start Streaming or Start Recording. All right, well, that's how you can use RØDE Connect. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. To see more videos like this, please consider subscribing. Also, if you want to see me cover any other topics, leave a note down below. All right, well, that's all I had for you today. I hope you enjoyed, and as always, I hope to see you next time. Bye.